Like, I felt when you are a president, you can schedule everything on your own because you're the president. So you should develop all your three T's, all your talent, your time, and your treasure. And that's to reach the unreachable star. I never wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a singer, a performer, or a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, but never a teacher. And then I composed a song myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it won the Best MTV.
Really?
And ilaglag mo ang panyo mong may pabango, papahiran ko ang luha ng puso mo, pag-ibig. Kung ang puso mo'y maging ako.
Welcome to TalkingLot. Back to music. Let's go.
Tell us your name, please. Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Dr. Reynaldo Garnace. So I come from the Philippines, but I'm also a Japanese. I'm Filipino-Japanese because my grandfather is a Japanese. I finished my bachelor's degree, major in English, and minor in music in the Philippines.
And that's what you always wanted to do while you were growing up in the Philippines?
At first, I really wanted to pursue music education, but pursuing music education was very expensive because like every applied music was so expensive then, and I cannot afford because I was a working student. So I decided to pursue English instead, and then did minor in music because the nun who was teaching music offered me a scholarship exclusively for voice. So my minor is music specialized in voice.
Oh, so what type of music are you referring to? Are you referring to more formal, like orchestral music? What type of music are you referring to? Or pop?
Mostly classical then, because my professor finished her degree also here in New York. And then she's a sister, a nun, right? So, you know, her type of music was a bit classical, but we were introduced to different types of music along the way. And we had a lot of exposures in music also. So we joined a lot of competitions locally and nationally. So because I was in different choirs. And then she also tapped me to join some competitions. Like I joined it's like a private schools competitions all over the country. So, and then another one is I joined Kundiman. Kundiman is like a classic way of singing it, like, you know, Pavarotti, and then in the Philippines we call it as Kundiman. So, and it was the prize was a scholarship grant, supposed to be to pursue music, but then I was already in fourth year college when I joined that. So.
Oh, so this was on a college level, but at what stage did you get exposed to the music? Said, hey, this is what I wanted to do. Was it in a high school, elementary school? What stage did you?
Yeah, when I was young, like when I was in elementary, my teachers would ask me to sing already. So I was singing. And then when I went to high school, yes, in many events, I would also be singing. And then it was strengthened more when I went to college because our school was offering music education. So that's when I started to cultivate my skills. And then when I joined choirs, that's where also I started to develop my skills in singing. And I also joined singing competitions back then to have allowance as a working student, and it was very helpful also for me.
So you entered like several competitions. What are some of the competitions you have over there?
I joined in Hotel Nico Manila Garden Kundiman Fiesta competition, as I said, and it offered me scholarship for music education. And then I joined TV and radio competition also, and I joined Singing Student Star.
Which one?
Singing Student Star.
Singing Student Star.
Yeah.
Was that televised?
It was televised, yes.
Okay.
Also, these were some of the competitions I joined in when I was.
You won?
Yeah, I was a national winner in the Kundiman Fiesta. I was among the top 3.
Wow. So talk to me about that. Like, what does it take? Like the whole process of you starting and getting into the competition and going on all the way to the top.
Okay, so our school organized a choir basically, and then they were tapping, talents from within. Like if there are competitions outside of the school, so they would tap us to join the competition. So it was a rigorous training for us. So we had different professors, maestro, maestra in music, but mostly I specialized in voice because that was less expensive. I was not paying. I had a scholarship for voice, and then after that, then we were tapped to join in different competitions already after the intensive training.
Oh, so this was more or less kind of like similar to, was it equivalent to more or less the American Idol or The Voice here in America? What's the equivalent, I would say?
At that time, it was not yet popular. So,
Oh,
and then later on, maybe in 2000 already, that Philippines got into. Oh, the Philippines also got into Philippine Idol, Philippine Got Talent, PGT, but it's all already later, and I was not doing it anymore.
oh, okay, okay.
All right, but when I was already a teacher, I did not really focus much on my singing career because I was already busy. But at one point, I would compose songs because the schools, like a hymn of a school, for example, so they would ask me to compose. So I composed some songs for my schools and for another school that we set up. Okay, so the theme song is mine. So I composed those
You wrote it
songs.
and
I wrote it and then I put the music, but I asked someone to put the instrument to it because I did not do
or the arrangement.
arrangement. Yes, so I was the one who composed the lyrics and the music of it.
Oh yeah, can you? I mean, before we get into like you sharing some of the songs, can we just step back a bit and tell us a little bit, like, give us a little scope on growing up in Philippines. What was that like growing up in the Philippines?
Oh, do you really want to know that?
Because it's good to get like to see what it's like outside of America before coming here to see the you have something with before and after the comparison compare.
Okay.
What was it like?
So my life was a bit different because I was away from my parents. So let's say I was orphaned, so I lived with different homes and then I lived with different families from elementary until I went to college. So I was like a working student from elementary until I reached college. So it was different. And, living in a third world country is like, wallowing in poverty also. So it was a bit difficult. But because of my talent, maybe mostly in singing, I got scholarship when I went to college. So that's why I didn't have really much problem pursuing my college. But at the same time, I was also working, so I was a working scholar. So it was a bit of a struggle, when you are a working student and you are aiming to have good grades, excel in your classes, at the same time honing your skills, your talent. So at the same time, I was joining choirs, so I would boost also my talent. So that's how I grew up in the Philippines. Like, yeah, a bit difficult.
Right, so even though there were the challenges, you still kept singing, using music as a means to get you to the next level.
Right, because I believe that music is the language of our soul, and then it gives us peace, serenity. So it's like even if you're going through a lot of problems, when you sing, it gives you
You
solace.
sing the problems away.
Yes, you sing the problems away, but with the different types of music that you are singing. So it's a good diversion from the troubles that you go through in life.
Right. So let's get back to the competitions. You said you won some of these competitions. Can you share with us like some of the songs or maybe a song that you won?
Okay, so maybe just a line or two of the song. It's Paraluman. Do I still remember? It's in Tagalog, it's in Filipino. Ilaglag mo ang panyo mong may pabango, papahiran ko ang luha ng puso mo at pag-ibig. Kung ang puso mo'y maging ako. Something like that.
Sounds good, but what does that mean in English? Can you?
It's like a courtship song, like the man is like courting a lady, like offering offering the handkerchief, something. You know how is it, like courtship, yeah. So that's the message. Kundi man ng luha. So we call it kundi man ng luha. It's like the handkerchief should be used to wipe the tears, something. And I'm telling the lady that don't worry, I will not make you cry.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
He's such a gentleman. That's nice.
Yeah. So that's basically the song. And then when I was already a teacher, and there was a competition in the church, like it's the whole Redemptorist community. I don't know if you've heard about Redemptorists, because it's a worldwide secular organization of priests or brothers.
Catholic.
Yeah, with Catholic, and then they asked my life story to be staged. So they staged my life story. It's like a competition, a nationwide competition of all the Redemptorist churches looking into life stories of people.
So at what point did you get into the church?
I'm very active in the church. As I said, I'm a choir member. And then I have a lot of organizations in the church also. So being in the choir, they knew that I have talent in singing. And other than that, they see that my life story is rich with, the challenges. And
so how did they stage your life challenge in the church?
they had a video competition. So I have a 40-minute video of my life story, like from the time I was born until the time that I was a director of a school. So it's like, a success story of what you went through in life, and then how you use your faith, to succeed, to become what you are.
So how did faith play a part in your life in terms of...
When I was in college, we had retreats and recollections every time, and so it nurtured my faith, and I was going to church like every day, singing in the mass, doing rosary, and joining a lot of faith activities. So that's why I felt like that helped me in my journey, even if I went through a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, but because of the nurturing I got from the church and from the school where I was in, because it was Catholic school, so that helped me a lot. So going back to that story, part of that story was like coming up with an MTV. There's a song which is a component of it, and so I made an MTV of that. And then I composed a song myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it won the Best MTV and Best in Musical Interpretation. Yeah.
So have you ever published any of your songs, like publish your songs where people could buy your songs or?
No, it's more of just my friends. I have not gotten into that point. Yeah, but I have actually recorded my cover and a few original compositions, but it was more of a gift to my friends when I celebrated my birthday. But the link is available. Like when I feel like I have to give a link to someone, so I would give a link of my songs to someone. But my theme song, my MTV, is available in YouTube. I will also share the link to you.
What's the name of that song?
Balangao.
What does that mean?
Balangao means rainbow.
At what stage did you get into teaching? How was that like going to being trained as a teacher?
I never wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a singer, a performer, or a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, but never a teacher. But, because of poverty, that was, I would say, the last option I would take, because my aunt said, like, if you pursue any other degree, I will not support you. So it was like I was forced to do it. And then when I joined the competition and I won in the national level and I was offered a scholarship, I thought like it would be my career already. But I thought like I was starting to love teaching because I was already doing my practice teaching. So I said, no, I'm not leaving this profession. Maybe my music would just be at the side, but I'll focus on teaching. And so after finishing my degree, then I fell in love with teaching, especially on my first few years of teaching. That I dealt with kids from the private school and how good they are, and like it's like a punctuation of my profession. This is it. This is the life of being a teacher. And then I started to love teaching and continued pursuing other degrees because I still wanted to explore other fields that I could do. And that's it. For the last 30 years, I still love teaching.
Nice. So tell us, I know you told me about some of you did some major initiative in your country at what point? At one point you're on TV doing, what was that again? Remember you told me you did something, some
About
initiative with the students and you had to go present on national TV.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'd like to highlight first on the arts related aspects that I did. So one of my degrees I pursued is like Master of Arts in Education, and I specialize in administration and supervision. But my thesis was about assessment of the arts program in our city, in our country. So, and then I saw that there was a nil offering of the arts program, so the skills of the people are not developed in the arts. So I established a center for the arts. All right. So, and we were focused on 5 aspects of the arts. We had music, dance. We had creative writing or creative composition. We had what else? 5 aspects. Visual. And then we also covered photography. And then for about 3 years, we did a lot of activities related to arts program. And we were recognized by the local government units about the things that we were doing to promote arts, because I gathered all the artists in the region. They showcased their paintings. We had a fashion show about arts. We had poem writing. So we had photography session of experts, coming together and sharing their talents. So those are some of the things that I did. And then when I became a director of the school, sometime in 2012, right? 2012. So I tried my best to develop the skills of the students, not only in arts also, but in sciences, because I also took a master's in general science. So one of our students, this was already sometime in 2016 to 2017, that one of our students joined the Junior Breakthrough Challenge competition, and then in 2017 she won. It's a $400,000 grant of a 3-minute video competition about difficult concept in science that they had to simplify it so that it will be understood by the common people. So bringing science, communicating science to the common people. And so she won that. And then we went to NASA, California in LA for the awarding ceremony. It was like a gathering of scientists and mathematicians in the world. It's like Oscars in science. Zuckerberg was there, Khan Academy owner was there, and the owner of Google was also there. And it was hosted by Morgan Freeman.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so I delivered a short speech, and then I sang a line of the song. Would you like me to sing the song?
Of course.
All right, so my song was like, to reach the unreachable star. Okay, that's part of it. So I asked permission if I could sing a part of that song. I said, like, sure. So I sang a part of the song as I addressed my student who won that. Now she finished her physics in MIT, the #1 university in the world, and now she's pursuing her doctorate degree in Chicago. Yeah, and she got a lot of scholarships also after her college degree.
You stay in communication, in contact with
Yeah,
her?
I'm still in communication with her. So sometimes I would invite her to give a talk here in New York when we have events in our organizations also.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I know that at one point, I don't remember what point you left from the Philippines and you transitioned to teaching in the Caribbean. Where was this again and what was that like?
Okay, so it was in 2008. I was done with my arts program in the Philippines, and like I felt I did already everything at that time. Like I was teaching in Philippine Science High School for about 11 years already, and I was invited to be a visiting faculty in the Bahamas, and so I grabbed the opportunity because it was a different experience. I would be teaching sciences, so I taught sciences there, but I also teach music because they saw that I was a minor in music. So I organized a flute group there, and they had a recital. And one of my beautiful experiences there was like being in the church choirs. So we had a lot of church groups. So we were singing in the choir, and we were joining a lot of activities there in the Bahamas at those times that I was there. I stayed there for about 15 months, and after that, I went back to my country.
Oh, you went back to the Philippines, and then after that, where did you go after that?
I became a dean of College of Education and Liberal Arts. So I also started to develop the music program to improve the music program of the college where I finished my degree, and then I continued to support the arts related programs in our college and in the city as a whole. And then after that, then I became the director of Philippine Science High School in 2012 until 2018. Then I moved to the university as an administrator for about 3 years.
Which university?
That's a Lady Normal University in the Philippines. And then after that, I had my early retirement, and I thought, I'm coming to the US.
And before you even talk about you coming to the US, I know that you are a family man. With all of you doing so many activities, how do you get to balance that? Having a family, wife, children, work all over the place, music. How do you balance all of that?
I don't even know. It's good you asked me that. Yeah, but I know that a busy man has a time for everything. So I remember when I was in high school, my aunt prepared a program of activity for me. So like what I'm going to do the moment I wake up at 5 o'clock, and then it was like a simultaneous of activity every time. And then I got used to it in my whole 4 years in high school. And when I went to college, it was like, I can do this. So I was a president of many organizations. I was a president of the council. I was a president of Future Educators Guild, Drug Watch, and other organizations. So like I felt when you are a president, you can schedule everything on your own because you're the president. So it was not difficult for me. At the same time, I was doing extracurricular activities. I had choir, then I was joining competitions. And so it was like a mastery of, time management, even when I was young until I was in college. And so when I was already a graduate, I knew how to manage my time so well that, I have time for my family, I have time for my work, I have time for my extracurricular activities. So it's not a quantity of time, but a quality of time. So like when I am traveling, for example, when I was a director of the school, so when I go home, I would make sure that I would have quality time for my family, okay? And then at the same time, I was also pursuing a lot of degrees. So like, I was working, but I was also studying. Even when I was a director, I finished my Juris Doctor, my Doctor of Laws.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then after that, I realized that being a director of the school, you should have a background of the special education program so that I would understand my teachers and I would understand the students also. So I also pursued special education for my master's degree.
So you did that simultaneously while studying to be a lawyer, or?
After finishing my law. So after finishing my law, I took Master of Arts in Special Education. And that was the culprit why I'm here in America, I think. Because having a degree in special education, that brought me here to New York. So what I'm saying is, as I said, when you are busy, you just have to make sure that you will always have a time for everything. And I feel like I have, maybe you could ask my children if, I give them ample time to take care of them. But I think, yeah, because...
And I like when you said earlier, though, you said a busy man has time for everything.
Right. I do. And then there's also another saying that I developed over time that live your life like it's your last. Maybe you've heard it already.
Oh,
Yeah. So live your life like it's your last because, you should develop all your 3 T's, all your talents, your time and your, I mean, share your talent, your time, and your treasure. And that's what I'm doing. So even here in America, so I have a lot of other activities that I do other from my work because I believe that I have to share my 3 T's.
Right. And I know, and just to wrap it up, I know you still share your talents, which is to you sing,
Yeah.
right? What are some of the, where are some of the places you go to sing these days?
Okay, so here I have been part of America Filipino Teachers Association. Now I'm also part of United Federation of Filipino American Educators. And then I'm part of Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professional. I'm also joining activities of Missionaries Families of Christ. So more into music ministry also. So I get involved in music ministry. So I sing in different churches here in New York. So first Sunday is a different church, second Sunday is a different church, third Sunday and fourth Sunday would be different church. So that's one. And then when we have organizations, we have events. So like last Saturday, I had a big event, a breakfast, grand breakfast fellowship of the BCBP. During the lunchtime, I had a mini performance, a mini concert. And it was an opportunity for me to raise funds for the victims in the Philippines for the earthquakes. So we were able to raise about $600 from my serenade. So I serenaded the people, and then they gave money, and so we have to send it to the Philippines for support. So mostly what I'm doing is like fundraiser activities. So I go to different restaurants also in New York, like Amazing Grace, Kabayan, Kalyatay. So I sing, and then it's like banquet, charity banquet. Okay, so and then we generate money, and then we bring it back to the Philippines. And this coming October 25, let me take this opportunity to promote. We're going to have a red carpet gala in Timeless Cruise. So I am with different nationalities. So I'm the only Asian, I guess. So we are going to have a charity banquet. So the proceeds of that concert would be for the benefit of the people in South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of outreach projects here.
That's good. So you're always giving back, sharing your talents, like you said, one of the T's.
Yeah.
What was one of your most memorable performance? Do you remember?
Here in New York
Or
all over in general.
Yes. What was one of your most memorable?
For me, every performance is memorable. But going back to my country, the most memorable performance for me was the national competition of Kundiman Fiesta, because it was like a national stage, and we had a vocal duet also of Ikaw Lamang. I can sing a portion of that. Ikaw lamang ang aking iibigin, magpakailanman. So that's one of the competitions that I could not forget. It was a duet of my choir mate. So here in America, the mini concerts that we do when there are certain occasions. So I relish those moments, and the very important thing there is like you're raising funds for the projects, mostly in the Philippines and in South Africa. So I had a mini concert before, and then we sent about $2,000 to South Africa from that concert. And then, this coming cruise concert, I'm so excited for that because it's a multicultural event. So the performers are coming from different races, and then I might join the group going to South Africa in January. So interesting, yeah. That's a good one.
And lastly, do you provide coaching, so to speak, voice training now, or you don't do it?
I actually am doing it. It depends on people asking for my services. So I have trained four people in America already. So one is now a popular person in Spotify. So he has a lot of collections. So his name is Leon. So, and then another one is Dr. Ben. So she is producing her music. She has, I think she has already a single. And then one is a pastor, that's Pastor Mondiston. So she is already, she's been singing. And then she also intends to produce an album. And she wants to collaborate with me, so we'll be doing it. And then there's a child that asked to be trained because she had performances in their country and their family. So I think, yeah, I remember 4 people have asked my services.
All right, I'll post your numbers so they know where to
Okay.
reach you. All right, Ray, Dr. Ray.
Thank you so much. That's
By
it.
the way, oh, one more thing. Yes, aren't you connected to the personal one? Is it The Voice or American Idol? The recent.
Sofronio Vasquez.
Yeah. How
So-
are you what's the connection there?
We're not really close friends, but just an acquaintance. So I messaged him that time that he was competing, and then after that, he's so busy. He's so busy, but I'm following all his performances. So there was just a time that I met him in one of his performances here in New York with the teachers, because he's also thankful of the support of the teachers voting him, to win. So, but we are proud of him, and also we're proud of Jessica Sanchez.
Oh,
Jessica Sanchez is half Filipina, because she just won America's Got Talent.
Oh.
Right. So in 2024, Sofronio Vasquez won The Voice, and then this time is Jessica Sanchez.
Do you know her personally? Or?
I don't know her personally, but I journeyed with her since 20 years ago when she joined AGT, and then she was a runner-up also in American Idol. And she's been to the Philippines. I already watched her show.
Palit-palit ako dadaan, hadalanhan kasisidman, mabaitan akon kabataan. Waray tatay, waray nanay, ha, kiliran. Tiin kahadlukan, mga kayaw, naganingaw, hakaduluman, bungawan radyo ni si matar, mga barahibo kongol nga natugtaw, magsulso, handalan daw kaupan. Bis may kasisigman, may kapawa man, padayalan paglakaton, di magpadara bisano, nga kataragman, hangtod pagbutwahan, balangan. Daw sugadan akon mga kamyaw, malingugngug, ira pagtamay, hataw-tawon, ako naglantaw, nangangandoy, umaling kawas. Padayon na nakon paglakaton, bisan padamuhan balagon, mabingit nga sirak, waray ko baliha. Tunok ka na rupay, gintamakan ko lang. Pagsulso, handalan daw kaupay. Bis may kasisigman, may kapawa man, padayon lan paglakaton, di magpadara bisano, kataragman, hangtod pagbutuahan, balangan.
watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.